I'm Dave Cause, and this is Driving with Dave.
This is your name.
This is
the biggest name I've ever seen.
right. This is like the Tesla.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've been in one before, but they're kind of fun.
I'm thinking about one.
Buying one?
Yes.
Now they've really done some really cool things. They've got this one that's called the 3, which is more of a mass-produced car. And then they got the one that's the X, which is the kind of SUV one. Which is, I have like a little bit of car envy for anybody who has an X, because that's the one that has the gull wings.
Yeah, the gull wings go up.
Ooh, it's
I've
so
seen that.
Sweet.
I actually wouldn't mind having that because I've had SUVs forever because I got all these kids and these grandkids, and so I cart them around. So I saw one of my partners with the CBD. They have one, and I said, I'm jealous.
Well, maybe this is your next car.
You know?
So you just bought a boat. Deniece Williams, you just bought a boat.
Yeah.
Now, just tell us a little bit about why, of all things, you wanted to be a captain of your own vessel.
Well, I just absolutely love the water. And I have to tell you, Dave, that was the one thing besides my 2 sons that are here that I missed the most, being able to drive down, across Topanga Canyon and see PCH and see that water. And I was
Because you live in Vegas now.
I live in Vegas, and I said, oh gosh, I've moved to the desert. I can't do that little jump down to the water. And I met a friend, and she lived on a houseboat for 10 years. And so we started going down to the marina, and I said, oh, water, thank you, Lord. And we started going down, hanging out, having lunch, at the marina. And so she said, oh, they're having a boat show. So we've gone down there and we've seen it, and it's so peaceful and quiet. And for some reason, I'm not creative at home. The assistant is there, people are in and out. So I went down there to the boat show, and I saw this pontoon boat, and she had my name written all over it. She called to me. She sang to me, Dave. She called to me.
The boat actually made noise and said the word Deniece.
She didn't make a noise, but spirit to spirit, she was saying, now this is your boat. So
That is awesome.
And I sat on the boat, and she kept talking to me. And so these people, 6 people came to the boat, 6 couples. And one lady jumped on the boat, and she said, welcome to my boat. And before I knew it, I said, honey, this is not your boat. This is my boat.
And on that day you bought it?
And that very same day, I sat on that boat for 30 minutes waiting on them to come and write it up, because I said, no, can't nobody come on this boat. This is my boat. So I sat there, and she talked to me. I laid out. I felt the water. I felt the wind in my hair.
And it was indoors in a convention hall?
No, it was out on the marina.
Oh, it was there?
It was on the marina.
Oh, okay.
So then someone came and they said, are you interested in this boat? I said, yes, I am. So they took me for a ride, and then they let me drive it. I said, that's it. I said, go get the paperwork. I'm going to sit here because this is my boat. So I bought it.
When you are out on the lake, are you actually, you're the skipper, right? You're driving the boat, or you would have a skipper do that?
Well, I have a captain. I have a skipper who's with me, teaching me how to be on the boat and drive the boat and get me comfortable being out there alone.
Right.
She's also going to teach my son so that he and his wife and the grandkids can go on
that's great.
on times when I'm not around. I just think it is just hilarious that I bought this boat. But, I always said I really would like a boat. Then I switched and I said, no, I just want a friend with a boat.
All right.
But now here I am. And quite frankly, if I'm loving it this time next year, I may buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom houseboat.
So this is something that you could actually live on. You're now going to become the friend with the boat, by the way.
You know what? That's true.
Deniece, I got a free Sunday. What are you in the boat doing?
That's very true. That is very true.
But that's part of the fun, you know.
But it's
entertaining,
wonderful, and I like to share. I'm not a so if I'm not using it, the kids are not using it, and even if you call and we go out, it's just one of those things that I think we're going to really enjoy. I had a screen put around it so that when the wind's blowing or it keeps the boat inside a little bit cooler.
Right.
So.
That sounds perfect.
Exciting.
And I think it's really kind of funny, ironic too, that you're coming on a boat with us. Which,
That's
by the
right.
way, maybe you can take a little. Have you ever been on one of those the bridges where all of it's going on, where the captain of the ship is? Have you ever seen on a cruise ship?
I haven't.
I might have to steal you away and see if I can knock on the captain's door.
Oh, I would love that.
And show you because the first time that I went up there, I was overwhelmed by how calm it is.
It is.
It's like it's almost like a spa. Nobody talks loud. Everybody's got this voice. The captain, we've had so many different captains in our years, but they all are very cool people, cool as cucumbers. And I guess you got to be because you're taking care of a lot of people,
That's right.
And the ocean, the water can be very unpredictable, and they just have to be calm as can be, and they are. But it's beautiful, and I would imagine. Do you go on cruises a lot for? Non-work ever?
I don't go on cruises a lot. I've been on one cruise for pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll give up one secret. One of my boyfriends took me on a cruise years ago, and I absolutely loved it. The thing that I didn't love about it is that the chef, the maitre d', was a big fan, and I complimented him on his the souffle, and so every night he was bringing us souffle. So I must have got off that boat 5 pounds heavier. But now that there's a gym in there, and there's no excuse to
but that's one of the fun
things together. But I absolutely love the boat, and it's like you said, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah,
it was wonderful, and I met wonderful people at dinner, and sitting down and talking.
Where was that cruise, by the way?
That cruise went to, where did we go? We left out of either Long Beach or San Pedro. No, yeah, and
Mexico,
we ended up going through Mexico.
Yeah,
and it was lovely. It was lovely. So, and the last cruise I went on with you, and it's beautiful, and we have so much fun, and just being on there together, and it's just wonderful people. Now, if you're stuck on a boat full of people that you're not getting along with, that's another thing. But we are family.
We are family, and it's been a long time, because the last time that we did the cruise together was probably, I want to say, at least 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it was. It was, because your brother was on that cruise,
right? And I'm really happy that you're coming back for so many reasons. One is, you're one of my favorite people in the world, and I love you dearly as a human being.
I love you.
And then there's the music, the hits.
Yes.
And the hits after the hits. And then there's more hits when you think that you've already gotten through all the hits. At the rehearsal today, you played my jam. As soon as you went into that groove, I was like, oh. And I have to kind of come clean with you. I don't know if you know this, but I stole that groove and wrote of the song Free. And I stole that and wrote another song that has that same exact feel.
No, we don't steal. We just borrow from each other.
So there's not going to be a lawsuit or anything?
No.
You heard that here.
There are 8 notes, honey. Ain't nobody inventing any other notes. And so, we just all, because I tell you, I got the inspiration for Silly from Ashford and Simpson. She had a song called Silly Wasn't I? And when she sang that song, and I was in that frame of mind, I remembered her song, and I wrote my song Silly. So you never know where the inspiration comes from.
Valerie, she was with us last year on our cruise, and she's another sister to me who I absolutely adore, and I've been so proud of her. You know that she opened up on Broadway in Chicago? She played Mama Morton on Broadway for 6 weeks in Chicago.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to talk with her and say, okay, you kept that a secret from me, not from the world, but just lovely. So we're all inspired, we inspire each other, and the music comes out, and it's our interpretation of that particular song. And I'm just grateful that I'm still around 45 years later. People still want to hear this music. I mean, first of all, I never thought I'd be singing. Secondly of all, to be out there this long. And now I have to admit, 45 years I've been doing this and on the radio. And I have to say, I am having so much fun. Dave, I'm having so much fun. In the very beginning, I was scared to death. They were shoving me out on the stage.
Right.
But now, I've been for the last 10 years, it's like, I just love it. I'm having fun. I love being with the people. They talk to me. I talk back to them. I mean, the interaction is like, you came to stop by and sit in my living room, and we're just, sitting there drinking some wine and having communion and having fun.
See, but this is what we all work for.
That's right.
And we're very blessed because we have fans that are so loyal.
Yes.
And the other thing that I really want to compliment you, and there's a few women, Valerie's certainly one of them, Patty, Austin, another one, that you guys, I just heard your rehearsal, and you're just rehearsing. You're not doing a show. There's nobody sitting there watching, and nobody paid to get in. But when you open your mouth to sing, it's like you've never sounded better.
Oh,
you have not only preserved your voice, but you have taken it to another whole level. And I guess that's with experience and time spent on the road and time in the studio and taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And so all those things working to give you the opportunity to go strong for all these years and many years in the future. So I got to give you props.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot from you, Deniece.
Well, we've learned a lot from you too. That sweet sound of your music and your sax. But years ago, I had an opportunity to go, and Sarah Vaughan and I both lived in Hidden Hills out here in Calabasas, and a friend of mine knew her because her dad used to copy the music, and I said, I really have to meet her. I really have to meet. And there was a prayer. It was like, Lord, can I sound at 60 the way Sarah Vaughan sounded? Because Sarah Vaughan her voice was satin, and her voice was smooth, and even in her 60s, she still had that sound in that voice. And I used to say, I want to sound like that when I get up. I don't want to, the minute the voice starts cracking and I can't do what I want to do, not even what people, I'm not going to do it. And she was somebody that I admired, and God's preserved me, and He's given me the ability to do that. I'm still in my same keys. And
right, you haven't lowered any of your songs, right?
Not yet.
Well, look, in about 20 years when you're 60, we'll do a little test, and we'll see how you do.
That's awesome.
I love you so much.
I love you too much. You're my fave. I love you.
Legend in my car right now, Deniece Williams.
And we're going to have so much fun. I am so excited for this.
Me too. Thank you for coming with us.
Yeah, no, thank you for the invitation.
Come on, get you out of here.
All right.